Yeah, viewers all over the world. For some of you that are seeing me for the first time, call me Ogbuefi Ezeana, ugochitubelu, Oraifite, or you call me Akajigo. I'm an ancient high priest. I'm a priest in Ugochitubelu in our temple. We do deep consultation and other spiritual works. And also, I'm a priest in Ordinary Restoration Evangelical Mission. So you can call me a priest or an evangelist, I will answer. My mission is to help people live better life. Today, in the Hour of Truth program, topic of today is Osuka systems slash chain breaking. Yes, I'm here to tell you concerning Osuka system, meaning in some part of Igbo traditions, there are some people that are castigated. They were set aside. People avoid them systematically. They bear this stigma of rejection, sort of. Though in modern era, people are no longer too open to tell them how they see them in the face. Rather, systematically, they try to avoid them, especially when it comes to marriage. And I am here to explain so many things and to offer solution. What must be done to abolish it completely in Igbo land. For the avoidance of doubt, I'm son of the soil. Why I say this is so that when I will begin to explain all these things, you will not say, maybe he's saying this or standing this because maybe he's one of the Osu people. You can verify my origin, both from my mother's side and my father's side. I'm full-fledged Oraifite man. My father is from Oraifite, my mother is from Oraifite, my grandfather is from Oraifite, my grandmother is from Oraifite. So you can verify my link. So what I'm saying is that is a fact. But before we dive into today's lecture, important announcement. We are in the month of March. Our monthly ritual is still ongoing. You can still join us anywhere you are because all we are doing in the temple, distance is never a barrier. We started this group rituals over 4 years now. We have massive testimonies. But as you all know, we don't share testimonies on social media because it's not necessary. It's not why we are here. But I can tell you that God is doing great things for his people. So if you are interested in joining our monthly rituals, what you have to do is to chat me on WhatsApp. Make token donation to the account number. For their 3 prayer requests we place in the altar. This morning I have already visited the temple to offer prayers, rituals and sacrifices on behalf of those that join us. Yes, the friends of the temple, the children of the temple, the members of Ordinary Restoration Evangelical Mission and Consecrated Group. We keep doing it in the last day of the month. We visit the rivers to offer sacrifices on behalf of all. Proceed back to the temple to offer sacrifices to entities of powers. Then Ghana eventually one day. So if you are interested in joining us or you have any question in today's lecture or you want us to do deep consultation for you, chat me on WhatsApp. My WhatsApp number remains. Look on your screen, you see it. 0805 7837672 or 0813 8243 871 is on the screen. Now let's proceed. Today's lecture, like I said before, we are focusing on Osuka system slash chain breaking. I'm here to offer, I will tell you about Osuka system and I will tell you the solution, what must be done in order to break the chain of stigma. Now, there was a time, from the time immemorial in Igbo spirituality, because this has to do with Igbo culture. And I'm here to tell you not all part of Igbos do experience this till date. It's more, you will notice it more in some parts in Anambra State. Yes, we have it more in Anambra State. We have it a little in Imo State. We have it a little in Enugu State. I'm not sure of Ebonyi and Abia, but these three states where I'm sure we have them. We have freeborn, we have Osu people. That is how we met them. But I'm here to tell you the story before I will now offer solution and to tell you where I'm standing and what I want you to learn for this message. During the time, the ancient time, we practice what is like the survival of the fittest. I asked my father these questions, and he told me that what actually made it that way is that those days there is no police stations, no government presence in the communities. So sometimes many things lead to people to dedicate to themselves to deity. That somebody is Osu simple means that the person dedicated himself to the deity for protection. During those days, if somebody is oppressing you or threatening to buy you, you can run to a deity. What you need to do is just to take a white chalk, we call it Yuzu in Igbo land. Take it and lick it. What it simply means that you are already dedicated yourself to that deity. And because of that singular action, nobody will be able to harm you. Because of the fear of the deity, the repercussion. So whenever the person dares to hurt you in any way, the person will be dealt with. The deities you ran to for protection will be dealt with the person. That is the thing. So many people ran to such deity because of oppression. That is the simple truth. Now, and once you lick that white chalk, the news will spread. People will start avoiding you. At that time, you will no longer be associated with people because we live within the arena of that deity. That is why, even in my own town, people that we regarded as these people, Osu caste people, they live within the proximity of that shrine or deity. So, but in present days, a lot of things, effort have been made to abolish it. But the truth of the matter, some traditional rulers have made some frantic effort via pronouncement, saying that nobody is outcast. But if you ask them to go further, maybe by marrying from such families, they will not accept it. Like there was a time a bishop made pronunciation that there is nothing like Otuga sister, and we had said like, let your brother go and marry from their family. Nobody is willing to do that because the truth is that if you marry from such family, you already contaminated. People will begin to avoid you too, and their children. The most annoying thing is that they will not come too open to tell you that you are Osu caste person now, but rumor from behind. If person ask this person, they say sometimes some people call them lefty. Once they say the person is lefty, understand? He already decode what the person mean. They call them some funny slangs. Use funny slangs to describe them. By so doing, if anybody comes for the village that he want to marry somebody from this person, they will tell the person, hope you know that these people are lefty. You understand? They use that word because if they use Osu, if you go to police, you know the implication. But they use word maybe lefty because you can't take somebody to court with this person say you are lefty. You understand? So they avoid it systematically. That's what I'm saying. That there is a war, cold war. They will not openly and say you are this, you are cancelled. But if people want to ask, and if there is want to take some title in the village, they will say this and that. They will be rumoring and they will be telling you some grammar. You understand? But some of them will say you cannot be a king, our king. You cannot rule us. You understand? If for your friends, they will not tell you what you have committed, but from back they will say you cannot do that. Is a OSU or this and that. So all these things. So many traditional rulers and the church leaders have even government have passed many bills to kick against it. And the thing is that and they trying to do you know, and let me tell you reason based on my investigation why people do avoid them. People do avoid marrying from them. You know, say if you marry a woman, you marry to the woman with the her deities and spiritual forces. And if for any reason you hurt that woman, the woman cry and call the deity, the deity will fight you. So because of that, knowing fully well that in marriage you can hurt your partner knowingly or unknowingly. So people systematically avoiding them for fear of their deity fighting for their battle. That is the secret why this thing. To the extent that when there was a time when I carried the church in the head during the I was like, this is injustice. Who committed this crime? They said it's a great grandfather. I said, how can you be using the sin of the great grandfather and be punishing the children? Are there the person that committed the crime? They said no. But you know, say people now, you would not like to get yourself involved in that our Cold War, because if you give birth to your children and the people are calling them lefty and their children nobody comes to marry them, would you feel happy? So you don't want to throw yourself into the stigma. So systematically our people are running away, especially we, the son of the soils. But for me, I was like telling my father, let's pray that I did not fall in love with someone like that, because if I fall in love with someone that I don't care what anybody will say, those days the relative will draw your ears. Please, oh, don't bring shame and everything to your family to show how serious it is. Now, if you now ask me my own opinion, I will tell you I'm not supporter of such, because we are all human beings. Again, for the spiritual implication, we have already intertwined so much. We have already overmixed. Okay, you that are avoiding to marry someone that the person is from the outcast family, do you know that your girlfriend in Lagos, do you know if she comes from such family? If it's by missing love, missing blood, during VSS and then interchanging radiations, we have overmixed. Because that your girlfriend, do you know his town? Do you know if he's from the such family? That's your boyfriend, do you know his origin? You know whether he's, so we have overmixed. Some of us met ourselves in Lagos, got married and everything. So for me and even you, there is no man, I can tell you, there is no man that have up to 10 body counts, 15 body counts, that can swear that among that 15 different body counts that they have not come via the Osukas man or woman. The same thing with a woman. Any woman that have up to 10, 15 body counts cannot swear that among those 10 or 15 that none of them is Osu. So for me, we have already intermixed. So there's no point of segregation or stigmatizing anybody on that regard. So for that reason, I will preach love. Let love overrule. In the sense that we don't have the moral right to say this person is outcast. Yes, because those their grandfathers you are blaming for going to those RC and dedicate themselves did what is best for them at that particular time to protect their lives, because their lives are at stake at that particular time. So for me, whatever anybody does to protect his life is not a sin. So I will not begin to judge them, because even in Bible we are not permitted to judge anybody. So then using that particular thing to not even to stigmatize his children is unacceptable. Where is love we are talking about here? So I'm against it. But don't misquote me as in because I'm defending that action must be abolished. Like I told you before, you can verify my lineage, I'm not one. But I hate injustice. I hate stigmatization. And I can tell you, me, I will not tell you that during my youthful age that I have not come across them or interchanged with any of them. sexually or relationship wise. Now, let me tell you one thing that happened. There is when I was in school then, I used to visit my brother that sells spare parts at Nkwannewi. And there is this particular people living close to Nkwannewi that time. People used to say that they are this and that. But let me tell you what happened. There is this one beautiful damsel we used to see that time. Very hard working, tall, very beautiful. If she bypass you, you must look back. You can't take it away from her. So this particular lady, very humble. That time we used to fry akara and the bread. We used to hawk it inside of one nail. And every man of marriageable age that time used to admire this lady. Her humility, if you look beauty, see beauty with your two eyes now. And people were like, how can a beautiful damsel like this, with this humble, frying akara, carry it in this show glass and the bread and everything. Though people used to buy her akara sharp because they were people had seen a beautiful lady like that to humble herself, be frying akara and everything. People used to see her as a wife material. But whenever people now say, this girl is like has the qualities we are looking at, people will now say, whisper to you, don't you know her? Their house is not far from Nkwannewi now. They are lefty. People will say, Odara can't I understand. In essence, that this one is the problem. So now, but my own, I'm offering the suggestion what can be done spiritually. This is not what they can stop via ordinary government degree or whatever. A simple ritual that each Igwe that is very serious should call the Akaji of us, the chief priest of these deities, and do what is called Eswari of making decree via those deities that so and so children of this lineage should be permitted to intermingle with the commoners, the son of the soil. That from that day going forward, that nobody will be dealt with or have the repercussion because of marriage. There's a way we do what we call this wariofo. After that rituals, nothing will happen, and they will be allowed to intermarry each other and intermingle and whatever. That is my stand, and this stand is the only way the chain can be broken, and everything will be normal again. Some families and sometimes we tell you that we have abolish it, but if you look deep inside, you know that there is this cold war going on. Yes, they will not be open, but deep down it you will see. So for the whole thing to be stopped, we call all the Akaji of the priests of each shrine and their traditional people, so that problem will be solved traditional wise and spiritual wise, and it will end forever and ever. Thank you. If you have any question in today's lecture, you want us to do deep consultation for you, look on your screen, you see my numbers. Let us pray. Ekwem na Chineke. Ekwem na ọ dị ihe siri m ike nke Chineke na-apụghị izi m ụzọ m ga-esi luwo ya n'ihi na ọ mazuru ihe niile. Obi m siri ike na Chineke emeworo m ya gazie. May the blessings of Chukwuoke be with you all. May you be protected, may you be blessed now and forevermore. So be it.